the night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak of wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning
sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their line, past that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed. Taking second chances, still we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope that you can hear me. I hope that everything is going well for one and all as we get into some awesome Indiana Tech Premier killerness here with this awesome Rocket League team. I'm Hell Monkey Man. In case you don't know who I am a esports caster. I work a lot around the scene of collegiate, high school, semi-pro, pro, all the different stuff. I've run community leagues, all the cool stuff. And Bluey, who is one of the 3 players that is on this Indiana Tech team, was like, you know what? Old man, do you have time on your hands? And I said, yes, I indubitably do. So we're going to be going into this matchup here just very soon, as it is, I believe it's called the Colleague. So that's Collegiate League, but the Colleague Pre-Jump number 3 tournament. And so this is a nice beginning of summer kind of heater to bring a lot of these awesome groups together, be them, you know, a last hurrah for any of these programs, or maybe checking out what is going to be your new concept, your new roster put together. Going into the fall, still a lot of summer to have to go through, so this is all of a flavor savor and flavor test right now to see how things are going, and that's exactly what we're gonna get a treat to enjoy and to check out going into at least today and through this pre-jump. Because in case you didn't know, we're looking at a couple of new guys brought over to the Warriors crew here with Indiana Tech. Now, first off, this crew in particular, before the new heads came in, they did really well over, at least on the NECC side of things. That's where I do the majority of my university casting. So got to see them over in Division 2. They came up just short of being able to take it in a second place and through a bracket reset. So I think they lost it to St. Edward's College for that. So they're in the middle of an attempt to try and maybe get this into an overtime, but not doing so over in their scrim, as they were doing that against Shawnee State. So it looks like they just finally ended that one. So everyone is leaving this party, and we'll be going over into it. So our first matchup of the day is going to go against the Reavers out of Iowa Western. So am I even in the right? Nope. No, I am. Okay, cool. All right. They're having me join parties, leave parties. This is more parties than I ever went to in high school. So also happy to have all of you guys out there, and also happy to be, I guess, right now kind of the leading charge of pushing buttons and saying words going for this this 2-day event. So we'll be seeing not only today but tomorrow 7 p.m. for this pre-jump classic. And the way it works, you're gonna go through a double elimination, a bracket, your group stage, and then you make main event. Top 4 out of groups are gonna be the ones that slide into that. I think it's a top 16 conversation. Might be super wrong about how many teams make it up there. I'm pretty sure it's top 16. I don't know. At least 4 come from this one. I'm pointing at a bracket that maybe one of our awesome mods here for Indiana Tech would be able to kind of link into that. Also, I'm gonna make sure everyone, in fact, can hear me. Cool. I'm just making sure that I'm, in fact, heard, because I love my voice, and if it's not heard, then why am I even talking? Okay, so to introduce the two newest players coming over to Indiana Tech, we've got Reshiram, which I believe that's the right way that you say it, and we've got Velocity, which I've said that one plenty of times before. Both EU players. Velocity comes from, I believe, the UK conversation side of things. Yes, so over from jolly old England, so he'll be joining us, and I believe that they've actually gone through kind of the EU RLCS up and down, some of that kind of bubble situation. They play on Atom Unity. And then Reshiram, who did the same thing, but also decided to go across the way and play with SSA. And they are French-Scottish, so they love to fight, love to go to war. So pretty cool to be able to have some of that extra influence. I've seen a lot of, especially NA side with CRL, get really mixed in with like a lot of international flair. We got to see it with Concord, Maryville. Seen a lot of that really start to get that mix in, and that's cool. You know what? Come get your education and hey, play some good old Rocket League. So thank you so much. Thank you. This is, look, my wife gave me this for my birthday, and honestly, I think she gets me now. I think she gets me, you know. Actually, was this for... No, this was for our anniversary. Yeah, I don't know. It's been 16 years. Either way. Thank you, Bluey. I appreciate that, too. All right. But we're here for these guys. Not for me. For this. Even though I did wear this because I wanted to match your school's colors. Very, very orange. So, good... Well, and I guess I am also orange. There's a lot of orange going on. So, we'll be going into the Reavers. And to at least kind of get an idea of them, they played in the NJCAAE. That is the National Junior College Athletic Association of Esports. I think. I may have made that acronym up, but I'm pretty sure we're on the right track. I used to do a little bit of casting of that league when it was Esports U. So it's a good conglomeration of a lot of, obviously, junior colleges. So they started their program, I think, in 2022. So kind of a young buck group, but everyone's kind of gaining their own momentum and their own footing in the scene in general. So a lot of Mario Kart over there when I did some research. Didn't get to see exactly how this Rocket League squad is going, but that's exactly what all this is about. And kind of looking through our bracket, we're in this interesting seeding position because technically you would think that we're seeded 4th. The top 4 in our group, our pool, being Ball State, Indiana Tech, Akron Glue, because I think they took one other player and then they kind of switched them around, and then Shawnee State, who we were actually just getting a scrim against. So that was pretty cool. If we end up making it past this round number 1 against the Reavers of Iowa Western, we'll be going into the winner of Pescados in Kent State. And I think these are all best of 5. Bluey, Chip, you guys can let me know exactly, you know, which side of the line. If we're BO3, BO5, I think it's BO5, considering what all that brackets kind of look like. I'm looking off over this way. That's the only direction I have a second monitor. I literally bought a 3rd monitor. It's gonna go crazy. It's OLED. Oh, just need I say more? It's gonna be awesome. So the easiest pathway to make it to tomorrow. Yes, awesome. BO5. Thank you so much, Chippy. Confirmed from Bub, from Chippy, from the whole gang, even Bluey. In the everyone said BO5. Okay, awesome. Appreciate all y'all. I want to make sure that we're good to go. Now, it does look like we have got some people joining in. So let's go ahead and sit in the game. I'm gonna turn off this dang music. Get out of here. All right, let's get her going. Oh, goal. Whoa, we scored early. Oh, there you go. All right. I want to confirm, yes, in the orange, which makes all the sense in the world. You've got Indiana Tech Premier. And of course, in the blue, Iowa Western. The Reavers trying to sail away and see if they can take on the Warriors here out of Indiana Tech. They were already really good whenever I got to see them, not only in the scrim just a little bit ago, but into any CC play. So now getting to see this flavor of both Reshiram as well as Velocity being brought to the roster is really nice. Now, to those of you wondering, they will be arriving in onto actual campus and onto, you know, into the States late term of the summer. Right now, they're actually playing from home. So if you think there's a ping differential, well, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. 88 ping ain't bad. Seiyu wants to maintain some level of control, which has been surrendered by the Reavers to get things going. What's up, Kamikaze? But we gotta check out Bluey! And those two guys, I say those two names together, played forever together. Tip, unable to tip-top onto this ball. And Bluey, he's got that backdoor covered. Oh, and that's actually a fantastic goal explosion to use against the Reavers. It's the underwater ship. It's actually very smart. I love that there's a tech yeah call. That is so great. All right, but with Velocity trying to maintain some level of control. Leaving it over to Reshiram and then Bluey, who will mainstay into the corner. Bluey is a demon, just so everyone is aware. Get your crosses out, because the dude needs to be exercised. But not if you're an Indiana Tech fan. Make sure those demonic ways continue. He just continues to just elevate the level of his mechanics. Just so good from that high school level all the way into the collegiate level. It has really been a uplift of upgrades. And, I mean, any team he goes to, the creativity and just the energy is there. Nice little musty continuation. Bing, bang, bong! There it is. Ring the gong. Bluey finds another one. That bar didn't want to give it to him. They ended up making it go on through. Now, these are best of 5. In case you've never seen a best of, well, first off, welcome to esports. It's best of everything. You gotta get 3. Pretty sure that, at least right now, we have not really seen a lot of great offensive push and pressure. Velocity, after a nice little directly onto the face pass from Bluey. Oh, the dunk! Yeah, it is. Hat trick for Bluey. But this one all started by a little toop-toop. Tip trying to win it. Velocity staying patient, and then Velocity putting a hat onto Seiyu as Bluey comes in to just slap it down. Okay. All right. Good first game. They're taking all the momentum that they grabbed from that scrim just a little bit before from Shawnee State. And apparently it's working wonders. 50-50 goes the way of at least possession here for Iowa Western. Trying to drop down with it. Not a lot of bounce, but a nice follow flip reset from Reshiram. He wins it past 2 blue players out of the Reavers. They just don't want to give that one up. Tip is able to find that ball. Nice save. What's up, Bluey Dad? You have a wonderful player and a wonderful son, by the way. They were the ones that invited me here to be able to see all this happen, and this is pretty darn cool. And so far, both these players have been doing great, Reshiram and Velocity. I asked Bluey about it pre-series and pre-tournament. I was like, hey, how's the general feel? And he's like, it feels like it's very solid. And that's, honestly, you have mechanics and you have everything that goes into these teams, but when it comes down to like how you play together, that's a huge part of it. And to be able to have good vibes and energy in general, especially for Rocket League, I mean, that's like 90% of the battle, because you're doing the rest of that of this game yourself anyway. So 100 seconds left, 3 goals, all acquired by Bluey, trying for the setup to maybe win him a 4th. Indiana Tech just looking really, really good right now. Combo trying to get something moving forward. Oh, maybe the Psycho? Oh, Tip does not want to let the clips happen, but Reshiram is going to get a 4th anyway. Finally getting himself on the board after playing such a great support. Dude, I was talking to Bluey about that, actually, Miller, and this is going to be a scary team. I know for a fact, like, this is going to be a team, like, if, because I believe I'm still casting NECC. Cannot wait to see if they do upgrade into D1 after that 2nd place finish in D2, and then how scary they'll be into CRL matters. Nice quick pass, trying to follow thereafter, and Reshiram, we're adding a little bit of extra insult to injury. You got 5 goals here for this first game. Don't want to leave them all behind. A little jump and jack and exercise their way. Get all the sticks loose, get the thumbs warmed up. So far, Iowa Western hoping to get something moving. At this point, though, oh, a nice challenge. They've come up a bit short. I don't really have a lot of offense to show, obviously, on the scoreboard, but I'm going to be curious about the total of just overall shots in general. Reshiram will send this one wide. Indiana Tech, the Warriors, looks like they're treating this first round all business, tons of practice, and yet there's the fun as you get both Velocity and Bluey right on top of it. They are trying everything out possible because they know that the end of the road here on this side of their pool play might end with a showdown between them and Ball State. And that would be a huge test, especially considering they aim to kind of be at the top. Combo, maybe Seiyu, takeaways and all. This one looks like it's signed, sealed, and delivered. Reavers gonna have to start fast going into game number 2. This one's ending fast though. We hit the stripes and we hit the dirt. All right, a total of 3 shots, but to the 11 that we got out of the Warriors, just not gonna happen. When your greatest stat is about 5 saves, it's just not running the way that you want it to. So, good luck so far here for the Warriors, and Iowa Western's got to pick up. Now, the good news is that for both these teams, for all the teams today entirely, through even this pool, is double elimination. So whatever ends up happening, be it the beginning or the middle or the end of the road, you have chances to be able to kind of walk forward and make a mistake, get tripped up, and then pick yourself back up. But you got to be able to make it at the end of the road. So, Indiana Tech, they're hoping that they can kind of walk through this one, or at least kind of move their way through. Who is adding me? What's happening? Oh, there it is. Okay. But, see what they can do with this one. And see then if maybe Ball State does end up being their ultimate rival. We're going to go into Game Dos. Let's check them out. Oh, for those of you that don't know Spanish, that means 2. Oh, what a pass! Velocity! Hold up. Hold on. Oh, whoa. Bluey to his man. Everyone thought that was going to be a flat angle, maybe to challenge against Seiyu. But he just found Velocity on the other side of the pitch. What was that? Possession play. Reshiram got bumped, so he didn't get all that ball, and that ends up behind Bluey. So, not as crispy as you want, but they still went for it by design. Trying to reapply what was working at the beginning of that previous game. Now, one player that I feel like is going to try and really get this team like under their wing here for Iowa Western is Tip. Tip looks like they were one of the most confident out of everyone from the Reavers. Combo was trying to find their footing somewhere towards the end of that previous game, and it was, oh, this combination that's just working way too well for them to start anything. Bluey, he just dropped it in zone, and then they trusted each other to go right back to the drawing board and then start doodling, and they came up with something creative. Like, nah, man, you passed it to me last time. Let me pass it back to you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Bluey trying to go end-to-end carry this one across from stripe to stripe. Combo with no boost. Looking for kind of a redirect from his teammate. It's right back over to Combo, but Seiyu will have to sign up, or seal up rather, that back line. Seiyu was the other kind of consistent factor for the Reavers. That should be just as clean. Bardowskis! I believe those gold nice shots just came out with the update, right? Look, I haven't actually gotten to play it since it came up, but that's a great passing play. All right, we're already at the hat trick level that we were at before, but this one much more widely shared. I think everyone has something to it. What in the world? Oh, faked them. Trying to do the same thing. They hit it to the opposite side post. They will ring every part of Old Ironsides, but they will not get it through just yet. Now starting to work the mental warfare here against the Reavers. Double commit out of the Warriors, but to no chagrin, as they end up just upfield, and now finally 100 seconds has collapsed this clock. Looking for one solid dunk, and Reshiram, who doesn't really do too much right now. He's just playing kind of workhorse. You got velocity off the back 90. Wow. Okay, they are opening up this bag of tricks from perimeter to midfield. And I have to half flip back to be able to get that midfield boost, and that's gonna be Reshiram. I say he's not having to do too much. Ends up with a nice defensive effort. If you just saw into the Twilight Zone right there, I don't know what just happened, but it was crazy and I loved it. Gonna get the hook shot, double commit out of Bluey and velocity. Now the one thing they don't want to do is turn that into a habit, but they know they're getting to play a little bit looser right now. The discipline doesn't have to exist when you're playing this fun. And that is definitely where Rocket League ends up kind of being a whole different sport. Say you with an outlet, but no boost really between them and combo. Bluey up under this one again. Flip reset to try and at least flick it forward. Doesn't get too much power, but look who it is in terms of velocity. Tip takes it away. They will be the no fun police on the other side of the pitch. Now Sayu, maybe just trying to hold up and get a big 50-50, but he can't get vision beyond this ball. Reshiram was a menace in game number 1, and now he's allowed both velocity and Bluey to just kind of go pure circus mode. Bluey from sidewall. That's a commit to the third man. Big save. Nice dig from out of combo. My cat's by me, by the way. Everyone say hi to Chief. He's the guy that I put in my photo when I posted. Reshiram gonna try and hop it over combo. Nice bit of finesse to keep that one out. Bluey wants to deny tip. Oh, and he does just enough as Reshiram will fill the gap. They got 75 seconds, and they've done everything they need, and Bluey just has a soft, well, give and go from downtown. It's an alley-oop thinker. 1, 2, 3 from backboard to back blue. Indiana Tech Premier is turning this one into an early vacay. Oh, might be able to get one away from him. Oh, he parked the bus. Tip thought. He really wanted it. That's fair. He's gonna try it again. Stealing on down. Teammate. Oh, can't quite get there. Velocity taking a turn. They know they have to defeat Tip. So Bluey's gonna try and find this on an outside slapper. Another flip reset. Playing it very calm. That was very wise idea. This is like full Kamehameha two-hand mode between Velocity and Bluey. Just one high, one low, covering that ball. There's nothing you can get away with. Because even when they're, you know, playing a little bit too loose, Warriors are kind of all over these possessions, and still you're just not punishing them to go fast enough. This is going to turn into a quick 2-0. They bled more of that clock. We'll be going forward just as quick as they were to be able to establish that lead. Well, they're going to keep this one up. Okay. Can they get 5? Velocity with no boost. Doesn't even get a chance. No. Going to leave that one behind. All right. So far, looking for the clean sweep. A lot more shots this time. 5 of the 8 from out of the Reavers coming from Tip, and that's exactly who I'm looking to be at least impactful from the blue hinge of this pitch upfield. But I mean, when you establish a lot of that damage early, especially with the way that you're just getting Velocity and Bluey to play just like this amorphous, insane look up and down the pitch. Like, what are you supposed to do? You can't read against that kind of stuff. I mean, you just see the fake right there, too. Reshiram with 5. Oh. Chief. Master Chief. Reshiram asking. Oh, my lord. Goodness. All right, they're asking what Chief's name was. It's Master Chief because my favorite game is Halo. So I hope all of you love that. But What am I saying? 8 saves from those shots. Every single one of those answered. And 5 of them came out of Reshiram. He was like, you know what? I got mine. So you guys just go have fun. Go do your thing. One more game. It's all that Indy needs to be able to get over into round number 2. They'll be facing off either against Pescados or the Golden Flashes out of Kent State. I'm going to take a quick gander over there. Oh, Pescados actually DQ'd out. And I was thinking that was going to be the team to fight. So what's cool is that, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it just yet. I'm not going to talk about it just yet. But I have seen Kent State play before. And I've seen a couple of the key players on them in community level leagues. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Right now, it's more of the same. Good old Indiana Tech. What is this? What is going on? All 3 in just one spot. Just fighting over who gets to have it first. Velocity on the pre-jump. Reshiram is going to try and feed it back into the corner, but it looks like Velocity and Bluey both decided to retreat. Uh-oh. A bit of bullying is happening. Yep, there it is. Nice little demo. Velocity trying to take advantage of what Bluey just won. Reshiram is mindful to not allow this score from off the bar. They can't get it through, and now they're just going to ski ball the other direction. Tip will park the car, says there's no chance, and Velocity is just going to create the most havoc-driven goal that you can really think of. 2 separate times that goes cross up and down. And then it just rolls its way right down the middle of Main Street into the Reaver's net. Oh boy, that actually made... No, Velocity doesn't have much in the way of boost, so he's going to play the slow ball style. Oh, that's a nice layered back pass over to Bluey. Bluey's literally just staying on the ground. He's waiting for this team to provide some difference. Oh, fake out. Draws a double commit. Now Bluey will go right back to work. Oh, I think he actually kind of overstepped to that crossbar read. But he was hoping to really just kind of pinch it as hard as he could. So far, so good. Tip will finally break the scoring drought. It was 10 goals in a row from Indiana Tech before finally he could get something, and it was a fantastically hidden flip reset. Able to get it right at the final point of the drop of that parabola. And then they got it behind 2 defenders. So we're finally all tied up. Past the 0-0 mark. Velocity playing with my heartstrings there on the pre-jump. Bluey swung for the fences instead. Ooh, fastball. A little bit of boost. Reshiram, that's a double commit combo. The only man that's kind of got the 4-1-1 to stick around. Good info. Gets demoed. Smoke screen. Trying to play it. Oh, gonna stick around just long enough. Doesn't bite on the initial swing out of Tip. That was a very heads-up play. Velocity up. Is that a question I should ever ask? The dude is always up. Nice back pass. That's gonna be off target. Wide of the pipeline, just as we're getting some of this physical game. Trying to be able to let this delay. Tip sees 2 Warriors go by. Nice handoff. It's going to be a soft one. Bluey with a putback, and then they get back this lead. Triple commit. Everyone jumps. Bluey has dealer's choice wherever he wants to put that along the near side post. Where's the Magikarp? Magikarp, Magikarp. Look, because this Magikarp exists, I need to actually get a Gyarados shirt. I might actually end up asking for that for my birthday or for Christmas. All these shirts are so nice. I am spoiled. Living my best nerd life. Ooh, Tip on the challenge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no! Oh, what? Velocity got challenged. Hold on. I'm gonna click through this one. Pressure ram. Why? He was trying to backboard it, but it ended up too much on the face of his car and not on the top of him. Oops. All right, we're tied again. Miller. He's back. So everyone knows he never left. All right, we got 70 seconds to go. Bluey? Half flip? No. The Reaver's trying to put up a fight. We have the golden flashes in front of us. Possibly, maybe. Actually. Depends on what happens here. Bluey with a good possession. He's going to get bumped. Can't get the wave dash to catch up. This isn't going to go over to... Actually, Tip is the third line. He's going to go forward. Wait on Velocity. I like the collect. He traps it with his car. Seiyu has a free net. Can they get back to it? Big save out of Reshiram. Not a lot of boost. They're having to play from the outside perimeter. Good old Iowa Western. Trying to keep it spicy. Game 3, never to be swept without it being a dramatic effect. Oh, he slaps it down. Velocity keeps with the shot. It was a stop at the goal line. And you see Seiyu able to get to it, but Velocity follows up on his own first effort. Uh-oh. What's happening? Velocity, you madman. Seiyu is going to try and dish up one last chance. Soft backflip. Reshiram with the dish. It's going to have to be all Iowa Western, but I don't think it's going to happen. Tip is just trying to prove me wrong. Flip reset. It's stolen by Velocity. A putback, but it's slapped down. And this one goes the way of the Warriors. 3-0 sweep with a tiny bit of extra effort. All right. Cool. Now, where's the magic? All right, you know what? Hold on. Boom. Magikarp. Look. You know what? Whenever I was younger, okay, I did my very best to try and imitate all the Gen 1 Pokemon whenever I was watching that show. So, like, whenever I do the voice, it's real. It comes from a deep, deep place of a very friendless child, okay? Magikarp, okay? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Reshiram. Look, this is a great shirt. I love this shirt. Okay. We're doing really good. Bluey Dad says that we're doing good, so that must be we're doing pretty good. We're going to be going over to... I'm going to refresh this. We are going to be playing against Kent State. So I will actually update that real quick. Let's see, where are we at? Boom. Cool. It's all BO5 today, by the way. I think we have some BO7s tomorrow. Also, since it is a top 16, we get to do at minimum the first 2 rounds on this channel. And then if we're not allowed in the lobby, we'll be able to do the top 4. So we'll see how all that works. But we are going against Kent State, which was always the weirdest school for me to kind of know about because they literally have my middle name. But I know it's Kentucky. So, let's see. I said I would wait till later, so now I'm going to need to actually talk about them. So they've got Evan. I think that he goes by Jack, but he's Jack Knight. And then they got Gavalanche. And I know Bluey knows Gavalanche. Gavalanche played in one of the leagues that I used to run. And so he kind of like that, you know, 16-ish, 17-ish hundred. I think he's actually pretty decent. So he's probably going to be the one guy that I'm looking at for that team. I want to kind of measure through him. And he did pretty good whenever he was playing, at least in the community leagues that we were looking at. So I know we're all checked in. So just stay with me. Looks like the Tigers out of UANL, they beat Grand Canyon University. So Ball State, they beat Widener 3-0. Those two are going to be facing off against each other, and I'm pretty sure if we are able to make it past Kent State, that will be going against Ball State. A lot of states. Akron Blue, they beat Carthage Purple. Carthage has a lot of teams. Too many, actually. Shawnee State 3-0 through Carthage Red. And then James Madison beat Central Michigan. A lot of, what is that conference? Oh my gosh. It's the, oh my gosh. Central Michigan University Conference. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. No, it's not. CMU's like their thing. What do they play it? Okay. Plays in what conference? Yeah, that's the MAC. I should have known it. Maction. All right. I hear the ping and I see the bell and I see us going into our next lobby. You know what? Why are we playing Manfield Day and not Manfield Night? What kind of nonsense is this, Bluey? Aren't you the guy? All right. It is Gavalanche, Jack Knight, and Evan. So we'll be going into this in just a moment. We win past this with 2 rounds. 2 rounds. If we can win 3 rounds in a row, we ball. So let's get to it. Also, thematically, each of these teams being on the proper blue and orange side, it works so well for production. Kent State, I know they're gold, but they have that blue K. And then, oh, we'll get to talk about more of that later. Look, I just appreciate it. Reshiram, it's gonna be a test, literally, for all these guys. See if they're gonna be able to keep up the creativity and the pace that obviously was set. And I feel like they're doing exactly what we get to see from great teams. Measure game number 1. Game number 2, start letting it all hang loose. Oh, that was I don't think Blue wanted that demo. All right. Wanted to see if I needed to add more volume. All right. I've given a couple of DBs to this, so here we go. Expectation, Kent State did not play Pescado. And I honestly thought that was going to be who would make it through. I thought, honestly, it was kind of a 50-50 situation. So Kent State is going to have to come up and do exactly what they're doing right now, which is take this squad and force them to not have the same rotation that they've been used to, which is kind of a non-existent rotation. It's just about having quality of contact from this squad. That's a takeaway of Evan to his own teammate of Jack. So, got to clean that one up if you are the Golden Flashes. Awkward positioning there, but Gavalanche does win the better 50-50. He wants to go sprinting against Reshiram. Bluey with a pincher. He will use up his extra jump. He's got no support because they knew that one was dead on arrival. Reshiram, he's going to get challenged. Denies it. Double flip reset. Oh, he can't get at least a dunk onto them. They took it away. Bouncer in the back pocket. Reshiram wants to clean up where he started from, and they try to get a bump directly onto velocity. No dice, though. Reshiram has been absolutely everywhere. Exactly what his team needs him to do right now. As Kent State has been a tough nugget to have to chew on. Ooh, off the crossbar, failure gong. Rings loud. They bring a bigger hammer, and it chimes just right this time. That was a great takeaway and a nice stop, and then they just force him to jump after it. Couple goals. Hard earned this time around. Having to get deeper into the playbook. Make this pitch feel very, very short. Gotta create a narrow pocket for the Golden Flashes to exist in. Bluey, they have to just beat Evan, and they actually brought it to where the only place Evan was, onto that backboard. Now it's a 3-man rush, no one existing. Bluey, they have to read through this flip. Job well done, but there's not a lot of boost, so they will stream up into this right side lane. Evan will get there. Can they bump Gavalanche? Not quite. Gavalanche looking spicy. That comes off the post. Back linesman of Evan. They're finding these very short hop flip resets. They're also finding ways to quickly score. When ain't nobody there, Well, ain't nobody there. Gavalanche just wanted to put it to the top of the key and give at least a look to the next rotating man, but the gap was too wide. And there was way too many warriors primed to try and take over and pounce on that. Okay. Where were we? Oh, winning kickoffs and getting musties? You betcha. Well, the first 2 minutes were close. So far, job well done. Haven't really gotten a proper identity of this team, though. Tip was very much the tip top of the iceberg when we saw them for Iowa Western. For Kent State, right now, seems like they've got to kind of establish maybe the pecking order. It's not as fluid and creative and fun-filled as you get to see out of the Warriors, but they are kind of moving their way in. It just feels like Indiana Tech has an answer for pretty much everything. The Avalanche forces the issue. They want to drown them. Well, they actually just want to starve them out of boost. Nice low 50. This one pops up, and they don't have anyone jumping for it, so you can play this one a little bit calmer if you're Kent State. Reshiram thrusts it upon the corner. Evan. Uh-oh, that's a teammate-to-teammate kiss. See if they get away from it. Nice wait until they saw the whites of his eyes. Velocity. Great dribbling. One man to beat, and there ain't no one there. Open door. Where's the meatloaf, Ma? Beats one. He lifts another. And Jack Knight ain't nowhere to be seen. I mean, he was in the frame. But not close enough. Will they match and will they improve upon what they did in the first round? No way. Okay. I thought Gavalanche was gonna get that one. Slowest goal. So far, this pre-jump has just been preordained. Ooh. Couple big demos, trying to thin the herd. The damage has been done. Reshiram looking for this quick read, and Bluey just a little bit too far away. They will steal out their back boost. 20 seconds to go before this inevitability is composite and done. 6? Yep. Little splash. That's actually now one of my favorite goal explosions. Because it's not really an explosion. It's just like a pipe leak that turns into an aquarium. All the dads out there absolutely furious that there's a leaky pipe. What's up, Chief? How you doing? I love you. It's my cat, everyone. I have to get him in frame. Oh yeah, we got a game? Oh, one more. Hello. Look, cat above all, okay? And apparently the Warriors much the same. How does one become French-Scottish? Like, for some reason, I cannot picture that combination. What does that accent sound like? It's gotta be something special. Need to hear it. All right, but we're going to game number 2. And Hattie for Reshiram, nearly 1,000 points as well. Woo! That's a dango bingo, a lot of points-o. Goodness. He was everywhere. Yes, Chief, I love you. What's going on? Why are we flashing? Lightning bugs out here. All right, Reshiram was joining. Cool. All right. Can the Golden Flashes bring it back? That was all of your starter kit game. They've got to treat that copium just like that. Oh my gosh, I love my kit so much. So it was a lot of demos, actually, that even the playing field between Kent State and Indiana Tech. And key thing that ended up really separating them was when they were finally able to kind of create that space away from Kent. And then they just never let them make contact like ever again. As soon as you get this, like this kind of trapeze act, then that's when you're at a huge advantage against your opponent, and especially as Indiana Tech. They just kind of treat the mind game as if it's just checkers. Uh-oh. No, Reshiram will bring this wide. He already knows Bluey's there, and he's gonna have a backup, a boost. Uh-oh, my cat's gonna try and jump through these wires. No, don't do it. I love you. Okay, he's all right. Backboard, no redirect. Bluey trying to find it. Great read by Gavalanche. Jack Knight's in the corner. That's gonna be a drop as Evan tries to get him. Bluey and the rest of the Warriors are completely out of boost, relying on wave dashes, trying to see if they can make this read. He backflips into the save. Oh my goodness, how are they still out there? Small pads, and that's it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen shrinkflation. It's literally what the Oreo cookies look like these days for the cream. And that's the amount of boost they got. Ain't no way! That's how it goes in. So much defense all the time out of Indiana Tech. And Bluey finds the pocket. Evan caught sleeping. Give that man a pillow and a nap. All right. Kent State threw spaghetti at the wall and tried to see if it turned into the Mona Lisa. Then it was Indiana Tech Premier. Drew a little doodle on a napkin. Came up with Shakespeare. I know that writing and art aren't the same. It's okay. Reshiram, he's gonna turn right the heck around. This bus ain't going nowhere. Gavalanche wants to get a follow. Does so. Big demo. Can he get the dunk? He does. We're tied. As a full focus demo, he knew that he saw velocity and he just had to be able to take some kind of pace off that shot. Got it right over him. And that demo actually slowed velocity completely and made him go topsy-turvy. Reshiram's like, all right, we ain't taking that one lightly. Tip-tap. Oh, and velocity steals it. Oh. That was a murder against Gav. And of course, velocity. It's securing the package. Sharing the love. Stat sharing. Kent State cannot rely on individual heroism. Velocity, trying to stretch it over to Reshiram, but Reshiram had a good look. Can't quite get the idea on it. Have to bring that pencil back to the drawing board. What do you think drawing boards are? You know, they like particle board, like corks? Was it like a whiteboard? I guess it can be like anything that you put your ideas on. But like, if you're thinking drawing board, what's it made of? Velocity? Oh. Now they're just gonna go demoing. Don't have to force this issue. Oh, what a tee up. Lucy and Charlie Brown couldn't have done it better. Free net. Jack Knight will send that yard. He's gonna follow up as well. He's gonna keep it at the 50-50 yard line. Bluey will glue it low, hoping for some kind of pinch to occur. What in the world? He's got the tumble, just trying to do the funny flip into a flip reset. They know that they're starting to really take away time from the flashes. Can they continue to do that? Reshiram staying in reserve. Evan, does he find this read? No, he does not. He goes directly up for it, but he is just too slow. Jack Knight put that upwards. Gav couldn't get it. And just short. Because Reshiram was a hot trot shot right behind that ball. Solo dolo. Walk it in. Just like winking at him from beyond the steering column. Oh, what a bump. Bluey. Get down, Mr. President! And go score. All right, well, again, it's those early minutes. They're so much closer, but Indiana Tech very calm, very poised and patient. Oh. Like that shot. Fortunately, there was not as much as they wanted behind it. Bang? No. Boom? Uh-oh. Well, that's a win. No way! Oh! Okay, I thought all the staring was gonna give him a chance. Evan will get one back. I think everyone gave up on this one as soon as they saw it go that far. Not Bluey, though. Believe it or not, there's a chance. Percentage exists. It got a little lower. Percentage went down. Did not go up for the golden flashes. Oh my lord, Bluey got smacked in the mouth. Oh, and he caught him right as he jumped too. Jack Knight did not have a chance at that. Shot comes as your wheels are going down and you don't have an extra flip. Will this be enough prep to walk into, well, not only game number 3, but what could be the collision course with them and Ball State? Velocity trying to keep with it. Forces this one to go wide. Him and Bluey on top of each other, and Reshiram abandons his post, but then resumes from whence he came. All three of the Warriors scrambling. Oh. Scramble sounds like too much negative connotation. Because truly they are just sending it. Golden Flash has had a couple of looks. One of them kept it close a little bit longer than they did in the previous game. One last 0-second play. Gavalanche wants this one done. We're going game 3. All right. Yeah. That's about what I thought. You got 5. Actually, it was 5 shots to 7, though. Gavalanche definitely is that dude that, I mean, I've seen him play through pretty much everywhere and everything. So, trying to see how they kind of galvanize around Gavalanche and get things going. But is this just an Indiana Tech group that is too strong? Trying to take this pre-jump by storm and get to day 2 in a hurry. Now, why do I even dust or sweep? Because my cat sheds all the time. I love him so much. I think he's upstairs. What's happening? Oh, we're waiting. We're waiting on. I think we're waiting on. We got Evan, we got Gav, we got Bluey. Oh, we got everyone. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Game numero tres. Indiana Tech wants the 3-0, 3-0. Bring the double sweeps. Oh boy. Can't quite get it though. That was a nice elongated pre-jump. Keep things going. Oh, but Bluey, he's got Gavalanche underneath. Fantastic turn. A succession of possessive touches here by the Golden Flashes. This is where Kent State shines. These early minutes, they take so much advantage, but then you give it away. And Bluey slams it home. Evan just not able to climb the ladder and get to that last rung before Bluey's already lining up this snipe. So on the side, the first minute to play, the Warriors maybe turn it into 2. They love going for that marked man mission. Trying to take out player just as they're going for a save, get a bump, get a dump, get something to turn. Gavalanche has a one-on-one against Bluey. Bluey's seen it all before. Written in the stars. Oh my gosh, look at the separation. Reshiram. When that man gets on proper State's ping, it's going to be McNasty. Mark my words, this is definitely going to be a team that's going to be challenging for the top rung of CRL. Oh, wanting to slot that. Can he get a bump? He does. Reshiram. Yo, they're sitting everyone down. Oh, he knew he just had to wait. Bluey's gonna go and get the slapper onto Jack, and then they did the same thing to Gavalanche. They play this like it's an FPS. Just trying to take everyone out in front of them. Slowing it. Anyone diver? Any divers? No? Any goers? Not today. Inching on back to velocity as the full commit begins. And if you're Kent State, you're starting to feel the desperation. What can you do? What can't Indiana Tech do against you? Oh, nice little tap. Backboard. Reshiram will be at least strobing around that midfield line. Trying to get the sweeper. Bluey on the tumble forward. Forcing Gavalanche to make that first move. This should be velocity coming up. No. He's going to stay on the opposite side of the lane. But Bluey will be slapped off of at least holding hands on the rock. A little over or towards halfway at this point of game number 3. Everyone commits out of the Warriors. Kent State, they've got a looker out of Gavalanche, but there's just no boost. It's just everything they can do to get out of their own back half. Grab one. Jack Knight getting jackknifed. Oh, my lord. A little bit more southern, and that might be a third. Evan will stay high to the ceiling, and we have now crested just close to 120 seconds to go. Checking over into our Brekakito. I see no progress, but I see plenty on this side. Let's go right back into the action. What happened with this one? Velocity brought it outwards. He was looking for that sidewall slapper, but he couldn't quite slam it between the pipes. But Bluey knew whatever he would lack, he would stay right nearby. He puts it in. Imagine that. Game, you hit ball, and you put ball into net. The team that scores the most points wins. So far, that modus operandi belongs to Indiana Tech. Oh, what a drop. That was so nice. With 102 seconds to go, we only bled off like maybe 20 seconds since the last time I talked about clock. Wait, hold on. What is this clock actually? Hold on. Oh. Okay. I messed up. Oh, we're right. Okay, now we're back at it. Okay. I'm just dumb. Either way. Oh. Yeah, you guys saw behind the scenes. Don't worry about that. Indiana Tech is looking very promising. Now, to really and truly say that they are able to take on some of the best, obviously you'll be seeing Reshiram as well as Velocity in the States side of action here soon. End of summer and obviously into the beginning of their studies over the actual proper brick and mortar. But it's going to be going into this next matchup. Because I have to assume that Ball State will be taken down Tigers UANL. We'll see if that one holds true. Evan with a nice save as they aim for that opposite side post. Who likes looking at bright Manfield? Why are we not on Manfield night? So weird. Can't believe Bluey would do this to us. Reshiram will begin anew. Ooh. Waiting. Patiently, you just had to be able to get a tiny pixel onto that. There she goes. Another 3-0 in the books here for the Warriors. Indiana Tech Premier. We're taking it past the Golden Flashes and sending them to a date with the lower bracket. Whereas we'll be moving on. And I believe it's against the Cards of Ball State. GG's, good lucks, all that stuff. Called. All right, cool. Cool beans. Good old GG's in the chat. with all the gang. All right. Whoop. Hello. Cool. So far, this team is doing exactly like I thought they would be doing. Reshiram, and very smartly just kind of letting both Velocity and Bluey be basically the same thing. Those two guys all over each other all the time, and yet can quickly separate. There's a very good mindfulness of where to kind of balance this sheet. You've got Velocity and Bluey. I think this is going to feel like a 2-1. This is going to be like a Magnus Metsanoris with just like with whatever third you put to them, and just see how they play. It's so playful. It's so creative. And it's really nice to see that this is kind of at least the divide and conquer style that you're getting out of the Warriors. We will be chilling for a second. I'm going to take a short break because I've been talking nonstop for like the last hour. So I'm going to put it on... I'm going to put it on the stats one for right now. I didn't make a BRB screen because I wasn't provided that graphic. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. I believe that we're going to be getting Ball State. I don't know yet. Bracket hasn't updated. We'll be back in just a second.
Paralyze my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the core. I break you break me, holding our love do need you. Oh, I love you, love you. I do need you, need you. I do, I love you, I do need you. I love you, love you. I do need you. Oh, I love you, I do need you.
Believe it or not, our next matchup is around the corner. We've got Ball State coming up very, very soon. I know that is a surprise to literally no one, but it's gonna be Ball State. Again, I'm Hell Monkey Man. I'm not a Magikarp trainer, but if I were one, I'd be the best because they would all stay as Magikarp and none would become Gyarados except for one, and it would be a shiny and it would be awesome. So, either way. Ball State, let's see. They didn't really report all of this stuff, but they either way, they beat the Tigers out of UANL. I'm not gonna lie, I don't exactly know which university that is. I think that's, hold on. Now I want to look it up. I should have looked this up before the stream. Hold on, UANL. That is a soccer club. Wait, hold on. Hold on. That's from Mexico? That's okay. All right. Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. I'm sure I said that awful. Thank you so much, Hunter. I love my shirt. This was given to me by my wife, and she knows my fashion. She also got me another shirt that I might wear tomorrow, but either way, there's one I'm wearing on Friday that will not be on stream, but it's for my D&D thing, and it's got dice, it's got space on it. It feels, it's wonderful. Now, what's gonna be crazy is what we gotta do to get through this next matchup, because Ball State, perennial, been around for a minute, been doing their thing, trying to be able to really take people down, be in the conversation for CRL. There's not been too much crazy adaptation. However, there are some players that we have to be very much in the know for. They've got variety, they've got Guh, and they've got Oath. I used to cast a bit when it came to, let's see, early 2022 and 3, and got to see a lot of Fifi, Oath, and Astro together with their awesome crew. Those guys stuck together for like 3 years. So Oath was always, I think they said he had like 75% ball participation. He was a monster. And he's carried that forward, especially into the collegiate scene. Want to see how that ends up kind of panning out, especially against this crew that has been put together. This is going to be a nice test for the Warriors. I feel like Bluey and Velocity and Reshiram have obviously put their best foot forward. One thing that I've always kind of looked at, especially in kind of because I've seen Bluey for several years whenever I used to run like amateur leagues, is being able to have the mental that survives. And I think that has now hit a wonderful like equilibrium here in the collegiate scene, especially with all of that what's going on between themselves and their new two teammates. So it's gonna be a fun one. Looks like that everyone is back into at least our party, so we'll be getting into the actual game here momentarily. I don't know if we get to stay on the orange side. This is an orange team versus a red team. We might have to change sides. It's not my call. Okay, so if you see us in blue, just know it's not me. Okay, hold on. I got a message. Can I get oh yes. Bluey. Kick. No. There you go. Got you, Famzilla. Cool. All right. Sub variety in today. Oh, okay. So variety is in today, from what I see. Okay. So I did not know that they were actually to the sub of this. This is actually what these awesome tournaments are for, is trying everyone out. Seeing who first off is available. See if you can be able to make main event with them. Also, if you're going to be switching things around. And Indiana Tech has come up. This program definitely has seen some great love overall into this, into like kind of basically the collegiate space and esports. And I've seen them play into what, like the bluegrass boost battle contenders, and be able to see where they can go for all these different lands. So yeah, it's gonna be neat to see if this is gonna be more of the Indiana Tech being the favorites to it, or if Ball State is still gonna be balling behind Oath and Guh. Heading to the lobby. 3-0? 3-1? What in the world is this? All right, we are in fact gonna be in blue, so I will fix that real quick. Her name is Schnitzelhaus. Let's get it going. All right. Indiana Tech. Blue with Bluey. You know what? At least that makes sense. But we've got Guh, Oath, and Variety from out of Ball State. GLHF has been called, not just in this chat, but in the game chat, looking for a redirect and a spicy one. It goes a bit too high. Trying to dish one up is Guh. Oh, but Reshiram is all the way upfield. He knew he was getting beat by Guh just a little bit sooner, so he had to take a step away. Bluey with no boost. Doesn't have much to be able to answer to this one. Swing and a miss. This is going to be a very even tone, I think, to at least begin here with Ball State. They challenge directly. They do, and they find them lacking. That's going to be the first time here this tournament that Indiana Tech will give up a leading goal. And, I guess, the first goal. Great kick upfield. They knew they'd been limiting the resources here for the Warriors early. So now they've got to put up some of that fight. Finally a test here for Indiana. Velocity's calling for the rest of the crew to kind of move out, refuel. Bluey wanting to bully Oath if he can. Oath finds a fantastic 50-50, so that sends it skyward and wayward. Just no space given. It's a lot of disrespect in terms of where these challenges are coming from. Oh, that's a dangerous position to put that. Variety's going to try and pick up immediately. Quick kick shot. That's a one-on-one. Oh, but as soon as it is, Bluey is just pushed off Ball. Indiana Tech has not been able to refill their tanks. Reshiram is going to be a step too short. Oath just wants to run it down. Got velocity, got a nice shot. That's going to be off the pipeline, and that's going to be a good cleanup. Bluey will tie us up. It's actually better that they kind of sunk this short, because Variety filled that gap, and he might have been able to push that back to the corner, and instead, it hit the old iron. That created a rebound moment for the Warriors. And they're not allowing Bluey to kind of get into this game very well. That's okay. It's game number one. It's your steadfast test strip. How acidic you gonna be? Bluey sees that one fly on by from Variety. Oath is gonna just pocket it. Top corner. From one end to the other. Velocity was hoping that he could get that a little bit further down there for Reshiram. But they just bonked it straight at the wall, and Oath was traveling, and good read to just rip another one on target. 2 shots for the price of 1 goal. I'll take that discount every single time. That's going to be off the pipe, and another rebound. As long as they can work the perimeter, both from these walls and from the bars, Indiana Tech is going to find at least an extra chance here with Ball State. Oath can't do it alone and can't do it with no boost. Oh, he just bullied him off that boost as well. Oh, a skee ball shot. Velocity steps up to the plate. It's going to be Oath, but it's also a nice save. Everyone very low. Reshiram, he's going to try and create an extending moment. Double flip reset. And it was hoping to get it to Bluey. Velocity will just boom this clear. Now we'll play a little bit of Space Jam as everyone goes high. Bluey's facing his own net. Tries screaming towards Oath. This one feels like it's kind of testing his nerves a little bit. Nothing too crazy. It's just a first game. But that duel will miss. Gah! Comes through. Variety playing a great support factor right now. Reshiram turns right underneath and around Velocity, thinking there's no way that an immediate putback will go through. Well, he had him dialed in. Indiana Tech trying to fight back into this one. They'll come up short. Oath is going to put a lob on target just to force them to use some extra boost. Velocity has the call to his teammates that there's nothing in his tank. Velocity can't win the foot path up into Oath and go for the handoff back to Variety. He's going to go stomping. Nice trip up. That's going to be a fantastic save by Velocity. Reshiram is going to cycle back to that near side post. You see both Bluey and Velocity. They have not been able to play the game they want, like, at all. Oh, Bluey is going to at least make this go high so it doesn't dagger into the back line. 1 minute to go. Indiana Tech has found a couple. They have to get it with rebounds. At least that's how they've been operating. Flip reset here for Oath. A little bit too much time playing with it. That'll bowl underneath, and that could be the killer here in game 1. Oh. Couldn't get the majority of their car onto that ball. 4-2. You have 46 seconds. There's time to be able to get this within 1. What can you work with once you got that one? Trying to hand it off directly. That is way too projected of a path. Right in the middle of the pitch. Reshiram doesn't have any extra boost. Trying to sit and play a pull shot, and he just goes the other way. Velocity, okay. Creates a moment. It's a weird moment, but it's one all the same. Apprehensive, and he catches him backing up, and then Variety he gets up right behind him, so he can't half flip. Indiana Tech, can they have the gut check to get back into this game? Reshiram sends it high. He's got Bluey on that front line, but he can't catch up to the ball. Nice pick up. Oath does not have any extra boost. Bluey's hoping to sweep the line. Reshiram needs to get beyond Oath. He does so. Velocity was hoping for maybe to get a bump, but he couldn't get back to the ball. That might be it. Velocity will keep it out, and they will keep it away. That's getting slapped down. That's going to be the first one. Going over to Ball State. All right, comeback season. With 5 shots out of, 6 shots from out of Indiana Tech. Falls much shorter of the mark of the 13 The Ball State was throwing downfield, and they had 6 demos. Really just upending this Warrior squad. We'll see how things progress going into game number 2. Chippy with the tech, yeah, that means we win this next game. If Chippy says tech, yeah, we win. And I didn't see a tech, yeah, in that game number 1. So really, you can blame that one on Chippy. Variety putting up a variety show of flip resets. Again, just have to be composed whenever you're kind of making these quicker reads. Ball State on the 1-2 counters have been very effective. Ooh. You are correct, bub. Velocity, open trail. Shadow against Guh. What a challenge. The sub in by Variety has actually come in pretty big. Oath is going to send that one to the ceiling. They have someone to slam it home, and that's Guh. Not a lot of offense so far out of Indiana Tech. Warriors biding their time. Finally an escape route. But for how long? Double commit. Hoping to get there, but it's Guh that fills that space just beyond his 2 teammates. What a read by Variety. Can't get this pinch. Handoff. Oh my goodness. Every single time there's a thin little wedge of light. Becomes so shadowy and dark against the Warriors as Ball State comes flocking in. Pressure Ram. They've got Bluey playing into a goalie. Oh my goodness. Just when you think they have the man marked, the marked man comes out. Still, you're starting to find those inches becoming full feet and steps here out of the Warriors. Oath chilling on to that back wall. He's going to come out with a challenge. I love that undercut. You get the redirect. Just can't quite get anything else onto it. Musty collected. Variety's going to at least lay it up into the middle. That is a double commit between both Bluey and Reshiram, feeling the desperation to try and break out. That jailbreak becomes the Warden returning back to the cells in the form of Oath. Anyone forthcoming, Guh will stay his hand. No boost, no problem. These Warriors will make it happen. Tied at nothing, and we're nearly halfway there. God knows that he's basically looking for small pads. He might make it work the entire way. Reshiram will find this boost, and he has to get it past Oath. Variety, it's a soft one. It forces the save from out of the Warriors. Game 1's this tediousness right now in game number 2, a complete 180 of the devil may care style that we saw in game number 1. Not a lot in the tank. This has been much more in control by Ball State, not trading blow for blow with Indiana Tech. Reshiram, I'm gonna get a pinch. Oh, they couldn't get the demo. Louis gets bumped. Velocity has to make this read. Get at least one man demoed all the way to that back line. Reshiram will stay put. Variety's gonna be jumping off of that pass. Slamming home. Oath is gonna try and rip it. Goes off the pipe instead as he got everyone to go after it. This is a tense game. If you're Indiana Tech, you don't want to be on the other side of needing a reverse sweep, nor to go to the lower side of the bracket. Variety and chase. It's an easy find by Guh as he will travel ceiling side. Reshiram turned into ashes and echoes. Indiana Tech priming themselves for a quick pounce. So is Ball State. Flip reset. Backboard. Who's there? Finisher. It is Oath. Finally breaking through 5 seconds into the final minute. Plenty of boost, but not able to see who was coming next. Indiana Tech has not been playing timid. They've simply not been able to play. They've had Ball State just knocking at their door over and over again. Variety's letting it all hang loose. Doing this kind of play right here is going to take so much time that they cannot afford if they intend to truly maybe force an OT. No bump on a Variety. Nice pre-jump out of Velocity. All the confidence from the previous couple of rounds in the bracket are gone. Oh, and they get a miracle! This one slides off the front face of the post. Reshiram puts it on at least target. And then you just have, I think that was Oath screaming into position. And in the worst possible way. So, 1-1. You take those if you're Indiana Tech. Trying to dish it up over to Oath. 10 seconds to go. One last chance. They're going to try and maintain final possession. Bluey, can he get it from the ceiling? He'll follow up. He's got Velocity in the wing. Can they find anything to it? They try to tease him. They're going to force him to settle this one to the grass. And we pass over into OT. Remember, 2-0 could be on the books here for Ball State. Velocity with no boost. Following up every single possession with even just the tiniest bump has been really hurting the squad here from Indiana. Oh, an Oath! It's as simple as that. So now they'll have to reverse sweep if they intend to take down the Birds. Tough draw. Having to go against this kind of squad. That's exactly why they play together and exactly why they're playing into this pre-jump. Work to be done here for Indiana Tech. See what they can do. You put these new players together, the energy's there. You start getting some fluidity to them, but when does the true test happen? Well, it's happening right now. Indiana Tech, there's time. They're starting to get a dose of their own medicine that they were dishing out cold to so many of their opponents before. They gotta beat the Birds. Can't let good old Ball State get through you too easy. Variety wants to get it on the archway. Knuckleball just making everyone pause. Indiana Tech has not had a fluid moment to get upfield. That's allowing Ball State to have a solid look at this net over and over again. Guh, just a bit too quick. And you got Variety who gets right behind him. Good news for either of these teams is that you only have to play one extra round to be able to make it to main event if you end up losing this. Bad news is it takes a while to get to that because this lower side of the bracket still has, I think, best of fives. Reshiram. It's kind of aimlessly full sending. I love that challenge. Big save out of Guh. He'll fling it off his teammate in Oath. Gonna steal that back corner boost. That's been playing very well into the overall eco situation against the Warriors. Velocity with no one to challenge him. Bluey is forcing these guys to have to jump away. Quick pass. Oh my goodness, what a save. Guh's there again. His defense has been astounding. Very impressive. Oh, what a redirect. Another save by Guh. This time, though, they have the next man up. Nice touch by Reshiram right there, but Guh is a lone man on that defensive line. And finally, you had an extra warrior ready to stab in. Bluey, did he get that one? Oh, through the fire and the flames. Couldn't quite collect through the smoke. Still, though, putting up this fight. You're gonna have to do a game at a time right now if you're Indiana Tech. You truly take it over the birds here out of Ball State. Been individual moments. There is no boost out here. They are stealing the corners. Bluey has to get creative. He'll do so. Teammate with all the boosts goes flying away. And that is just too many flocking around. You got Gun, you got Oath, and you got, man, just a fake out. Variety actually pushes at the rest. Indiana Tech has not established pace. They have been following what has been a trend set by Ball State. Ooh, having to get in front of it if they can. Nice read. Good position right there by Reshiram to get underneath them. All three of Indiana Tech having to just cloister up. Velocity does steal that corner boost. Now he's well out of position. Reshiram getting bullied, and Bluey feels like we haven't seen a lot of Bluey right now. He's gonna be able to tumble over one. Where's your third man? Resh is all the way the back line. He's getting red. He's hoping his teammates can get there just before he makes his next move. Wave dashing, and again, it is such just a physical-minded idea here by Ball State to continue finding and trading paint with each of these players. They run forward, they find a first connection, and they're always finding a man. Indiana Tech kind of sold out to go and maybe get actual demos for a lot of the way that they like to play, but this just a little rub, just a forward check, just something to keep all the Warriors in just an uncomfortable spot. Velocity will make sure that Oath cannot get this boost. Then he's taken away from the ball. Reshiram to the sidewall, swing and a miss by Oath. Now he's in pre-position there for Variety. Louis telling Velocity to go for it, and he overruns it. Luckily, he'll collect some extra boost from the grave and come forward back with it. A minute approaching. Not wanting to be swept. Easier said right now than done. A nice tosser. That goes to Bluey, and another great defensive effort out of Guh. Velocity on the turn. He's hoping to catch Variety biting. He's just waiting it out. Guh waiting one more time. He's got a teammate this time in the form of Variety. Starting high, Bluey. Looking, hoping that it comes down low. Reshiram wants to jump, swing and a miss by Velocity. Now they're bumping the rest of the way. You see how deep Oath and Guh are staying. They're just letting Variety play. Bluey forces that to drop down. He gets some boost, but what can they do with it? Reshiram, they're just staying locked into the goal line. They don't even need a move. Variety's gonna lift upwards. Their sub in is really coming in handy. Ball State might have this one all locked in. Bluey on the backflip, hoping to hand it off to Velocity. One last gasp. Flip reset. He gives it to one, and they have no one else left to muster. That's a 3-0 against Indiana Tech. Oof. The way they quickly left out of that stadium, you know that they were like, this ain't it. This is not it. All right. So I'm going to take a look at this bracket right now. Let's see. What letter was that? That's M. So loser of M. So we've either got... How is that possible? Iowa Western in the same lane? We just put them here. Okay. I feel like that's not how that should go. Okay. Well, it's either going to be James Madison. Here, I'm going to go my face. It's either going to be James Madison, Grand Canyon, San Diego State, or Iowa Western. So I'm going to get all those logos because I don't know who it's going to be. We have 2 rounds where we don't know. We don't know yet. So we're going to be waiting for a minute. So I'll be back in just a bit. Make sure to go grab some dinner. You're probably going to have plenty of time to be able to eat it. More of the PreJump 3 tournament here in just a little bit.
Go on myself. I'm cold steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said don't suffer no fools. Serpents daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. I'm gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon. Come cold blood, selfish. Your words are painless. I like when I drive and feel so dangerous. They say I'm a red flag 'cause they want it so bad. You should know I'm holding on to what I had. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon. to sunrise. 'Cause I'm not gonna stay for a second last chance. But none of this seems right. What am I holding on
She found a way into my heart. Oh, oh, she don't make up, no, she make art. And I need a way to treat it, 'cause I keep getting high off of her. Off of her. I know that you'd be bad from the minute I saw you. But somehow I keep running back to you. Back to you. Back to long nights can get me feeling lonely. Hey. And hearing music that can make me smile. But the way I feel with her cannot be explained. But one thing still remains on my mind. I know that you'd be bad from the minute I saw you. But somehow I keep running back to you. Back to you.
What's going on, everyone? Thank you for being so patient. All of you are wonderful people, and of course, we have one more match that needs to be played. I'm Hail Monkey Man, and I'm currently voicing all of what's going down here for Indiana Tech. The Warriors, they fell at least in the final round of the upper side of the bracket, but it's a double elimination bracket, at least today. Tomorrow's single elimination if Indiana Tech can get there, and they're gonna have to do it beyond the ways and whelms that come through from San Diego State. They have at the helm, I believe, A. Zapatos, who, they did have James Madison that tripped them up at least a little bit. Gad, Tyler, and Fright, as well as Pigeon. They were able to take out 5 stars, Zapatos, and Sean B. Sean B and Zapatos as a combination. That's actually pretty tough to have to deal with. And yes, Bub, we are in fact back. So we're going to get to see if Warriors can qualify to day number 2. And again, tomorrow, single elimination. But we cannot think through too far. Top 16 teams will be heading in that direction to see how we ultimately invest our way. Also, I will tell you, this is the 10-year anniversary, I guess, of Rocket League. This is the first Rocket Pass that I bought in since the second time that they brought Rocket Passes out. So I don't know, something about it. It looks like SDSU is going to be taking blue. I want to make sure that I have that on the old thing. So looks like we're good to go though. We'll be dropping straight into it. So let's get over. It's game time, people. Oh, don't worry about that score. Don't worry about that score. There we go. It's not real. All right. For the last series tonight, San Diego State, the Aztecs, will be in blue. And Indiana Tech, they will be in orange, as it should be. That's the main reason we lost. We didn't get to wear orange. Did not get to see all the cool stuff that we should, and we didn't get to see Bluey popping off. That's exactly what was missing a little bit ago. Bluey was turned into a non-factor, and the man, the myth, the legend that he is, needs to become massive. So, San Diego State will relinquish one as Bluey rips it away by force. Now, you're also looking at a premier player on the other side of things with a Zapatos right in front of you. The reason is, I mean, that young man went very far in a 1v1 scene. And we all know that he's been crazy with it. I've actually got to talk to him a couple of separate times as both as like a player as well as a creator, and I believe he was helping out as a coach. We got to hire him over for a North Carolina kind of bundle bash style thing where he played with some awesome high school kids, made his own team. Really awesome dude, for the most part. So, love to be able to see now them kind of making waves. Raspy, they will chuck one in. It's a great dump, but ultimately it was Zapatos looking to get rid of Reshiram, secure the line. I think that shot may have been able to outpace Reshiram even if he didn't get demoed, but not leaving things up to chance of Zapatos. If I'm not mistaken, colleague TV, you're out there. It is a BO5 here for this matchup as a qualifier. The rest of the lower bracket was BO3. So, lots to have to work with, play with, deal with. Bluey will send this one away. He will not gain any boost from it. Velocity will have to make a handoff over to Reshiram. We're all knotted up here in the first 100 seconds. Raspy looking for stars. Stars will have to play this one a little bit further out. You know, it's late over in EUville. I believe for at least both of these guys at the minimum, it's around 2 a.m. So So playing kind of into that good old oil, if you still use that to keep yourself warm and able to see some light. Zapatos playing this one slow. Bit of a pogo between friends and teammates. Oh, maybe a handoff. There it is. Reshiram. It was Bluey that was looking for the next option. Velocity saw him stealing that corner boost. Raspy had no idea that Bluey was lurking, and a nice tap down by Reshiram. He's able to make it happen. 330. Ugh. 330. 330. In the morning. Trying to force Raspy, and they had Bluey right behind him. Those two currently, between Reshiram and Bluey, have been connecting. Going for the home run swing is Zapatos, maybe seeing if he can get multiple defensive men to bite. It will be a lead that stays for now. Extra chance. Velocity. Trying to carry it beyond Zapatos. Does so. Flip reset on the extension, and that's going to force the issue. Reshiram will finish the job. Well, look at this. Amount of velocity. Just playing it as long as he absolutely could. Raspy left with no other option than to try and backflip it just as he sees that one drop onto his windshield. Ooh, possession play, and he will bump him into it. Reshiram will get credit. Look at how in the world. Okay, so this ends up being a possession play, and then Bluey tosses stars. All right, so 5 stars turned into a 1-star banquet. Disappointment, at least on the other side of the pitch. Ooh, Zapatos on the carry. 5 stars will be back. Trying to pass it directly over to Raspy, but that at least will become a zone play, and Zapatos is getting bullied. A little bit of harassment between opponents. This is an open net. Crossbar? No, they fill the gap. Settling things down are the Aztecs of San Diego State. Indiana Tech. Whew. Last gasp chance right there by Velocity. 90 seconds to go here in game number 1. Zapatos trying to bring their best foot forward if they can. Can't quite get there. Velocity will get the takeaway, not just on the ball, but on boost. Might be able to spring himself upwards, but he gets both Raspy and Zapatos. Find his way forward. Can he slow it down? Soft doink. Reshiram crawls the ball, and that'll actually be Velocity that secures it. Blue wasn't ready for the weird bounce, but Raspy has already left. What? Okay. Let's see, West Coast is like 6:30. I'm gonna get dinner, maybe? Question mark. I can't imagine he, you know. Okay, he's back. All right. Yeah, I wasn't about to imagine that he just quit. Rage moments. They're just gonna burn some clock now. Maybe Raspy is, well, maybe he is. He's just kind of sitting there. He knows this game is kind of out of reach. Not exactly what you want to do into a game, so. Well, now you're gonna just force 5 stars and Zapatos to play as they are. And also, maybe it's a server thing? Let's see, what does the ping look like? I mean, they're West Coast, because that's San Diego. But it's not like that bad. I mean, you got Europeans having to play into East. Basically, it's the best of both worlds between what you got. All right, Raspy. You got game 2. See what the Aztecs can do. Well, we've seen what the Warriors are able to do. Bounce back city, comeback season. Triple flip, no. Unfortunate. All right. 10 shots to 3. Raspy with the lone goal. So maybe that was all of a put the controller down, put your hands behind your head moment, lean back in your chair and chill. Maybe we get to see Raspy come out all guns firing again in a game number 2, but You know what? Just making the job easy for Reshiram, Bluey, and Velocity to get in day 2. If he does it like that. Maybe he's having like actual controller or server issues. I don't know. We'll find out. No excuses. None. Game 2. I know that I still need to eat dinner. All right, Raspy is back in it. Nice flip reset to try and keep this ball close, and Zapdos gives 5 stars his best. A moment as he can handle, my goodness, forcing the trampoline. Get bouncy. Otherwise, that save would get nasty. All right, I didn't even get a chance to look at this because I was staring directly at Raspy. What the heck? Oh, Reshiram was guided away, and wow, nice extra extension there. Is Zapdos playing with the Samurai? That's not the Samurai. What is that car? He loves that car, by the way. This challenge game is crazy. One's master. All right, so playing from a deficit. So far, Indiana Tech today, once they go down, they have not been able to come back up. Yeah, I know. It's like his car. He just feels good in it, you know? We need to see if the Warriors do, in fact, have that comeback blood, that DNA. They're able to tie it up. Velocity. 5 stars on the overrun. Reshiram, he actually had the stolen in front of him, but it was an overread. That ball bouncing downwards and Velocity ready for it as soon as it hits the dirt. Done this before. They've been able to tie. Now it's about taking the lead back. In some only child syndrome. Only I can have this thing. Bluey's going to burn through all of his boost. And it does at least get Raspy to jump. Don't think that anything was gained there. No, baby. Can he push his teammate out of the way to make it happen? No. Bluey's going to look for one extra chance or directly back to Velocity as a slow skipper. So Reshiram will escape. I don't know what it is, but Reshiram's current look makes it look like he has a cheeseburger coating. I don't know. It's like the yellow is the lettuce. Other thing is the bun. You got the patty. Zapdos. Got the dribble and the takeaway. Lead will go back over to the Aztecs. Good Musty. That car just has great extension. So does Zapdos to keep this one good to go. Raspy, can he grab it early? This may be a teardrop. Zapdos is not going to let that one go in for free. In fact, he gets a bump onto the next man up. Reshiram. Funny flip. Uh-oh. That should be a freebie, and it is. What? Who made that save? Zapdos. Even Velocity has to go, what a save. That was... Oh, another one. The defense showing up right now for the Aztecs. Another one? Oh, my Lord. Stone wall out there in San Diego. What in the flippy dip was that? All right. The Iron Fortress. And apparently the Warriors have not sharpened their blades to invade. Still up by 1. Ooh, 5 stars trying to test their mettle directly on that goal line. Zapdos, even with no boost, is going to make it go to the second man. Raspy, they try to bowl it, forcing it through. Cannot get there. Bluey, immediate turn. And then Raspy with nothing in the tank. Oh, nice 50-50, and finally, it takes a demo. It takes this wild challenge. Bluey having that stolen right in front of his eyes, and he keeps focused just as he dies. Locked in at 2 at the 2-minute mark in game 2. It's magic moments and mathematical. Good pass. Velocity, can he get there in time? Oh my Lord, Zapdos had him all figured out. It's a one-man army right now. The Aztecs are showing up as a squad when it matters the most. Bluey getting challenged directly on his face. Reshiram is going to get that ceiling reset. Backboard it is. Bit too lackadaisical. That's a nice handoff. They've got the pass, at least idealized, but not completed. Minute 20. Sidewall, redirect, trying to do the same thing. Overcommit. That's going to be a double between the two. They're right on top of each other, but they can't get this ball away. Finally, from in and out and onward, that's Bluey. And for the first time today, when facing an early deficit, Indiana Tech is able to get the lead back. Warriors fight tooth and nail to subdue this defense. San Diego State might have just been broken down enough. Cracks forming in this wall. Bluey, the one with the hammer and chisel. Couldn't figure it out a series ago. But now they're just letting it hang loose. They're facing off against a one's beast. As soon as you get rid of the duelist, well, it starts getting simplified. Hello, my other cat. I have 3 cats. Bluey tries to get it over the midfield crosshair. Zapatos doesn't have much left in the tank. He's gonna leave it up to Raspy to make the mental warfare happen. He has a man filling the gap. Everyone is in a jump pad right now. There's far too many cars in one spot. 5 stars will get it over to the corner. The realistic feature right now is that the Warriors will be taking this one in a 2-0 moment into game number 3. Lead time off this clock. One last chance. Off corner. That'll do it. We'll be at 2-0 mark here for Indiana Tech. Can I get a tech yeah? Oh boy, Raspy leaving the building. I hope they know it is a best of 5. I hope I'm not wrong that it's a best of 5. Oh, unquote. Okay, yeah, it's a BO5. That's what I thought. All right. Very cool. Uno más! Uno más! Didn't you know that Indiana has a very heavy Spanish-speaking community? Uno! Let's get it. Last one on the docket. And I can finally have some dinner, and you Warriors, we can see you guys tomorrow alongside us into that single elim bracket. Let's figure it out. Let's get these guys to bed. 3 a.m. grinders, I swear. That's gamer hours right there. Big demo. Honestly, San Diego State did have Indiana Tech in an interesting spot early on in game number 2. Another big musty, trying to pass that one off. Changing the car for the vibes. Raspy looking more like a raspberry. Kind of grapey. Reshiram can't quite get the power that he wanted, was Bluey. 5 stars will play this one slow. Everything looking like we're wearing moon shoes, and we've slowed it down. My goodness! Uh-oh. That's coming right back. Velocity. He sees Bluey up into the corner. Nice bump. But Zapatos is there. Where is Reshiram? He knew he was going to go up higher. Flippery said, Dunkarooski. It's 5 stars. This defense. Everyone's on the goal line, but they can finally get a jump. They're just all jumping as much as they can. Nothing in the tank. And the defense stands just long enough in front of Indiana Tech. Redirect attempt. Not going to happen. Zapatos already in position. Backdoor specialist. So much power on those musties. Trying to be able to make a quick flick of it. Not even a Mustang. I guess that one's a breezy. I don't know. It's a twisty twist. Oh, easy as it goes. Nice handoff. Bang. But the reads, look, when they are in the final few feet of their back net, this San Diego State Aztec squad is just so dangerous. Oh my lord. Clapping hands together. Zapatos wants to follow. Not get another piece of it until later. Flip reset is in the pocket. Oh my gosh, love the parking there from Raspy. Seems like they'd pancake this one to a teammate. No dice. They're going to try and up the pace a little bit. Bluey comes screaming in, and Reshiram is going to control that mid-zone. He's going to step up to the plate as Velocity finds himself in rotation. Bluey on the drop down. Oh, I love the bouncer! And that's a great finish by Velocity. Bluey always has a second step that he's trying to actuate. It was right there. Bam. Zapatos unready. He doesn't have anything left in the shoes to jump up with. Finally breaking the stalemate here in game 3. Oh. Second man does not find a piece of it, and that leaves Bluey an open angle, but he cannot get it. They're trying to break the hexagons around the outside of the cage. Slowing things down to a weird moment. This is when, for some reason, San Diego State is at their strongest. They're stealing all the boost. Nice power flick there by Zapatos. Pressure M is going to be tested momentarily. From back wall, Velocity gets there. Trying to doink it forward. He will go for boost. Now he contends for the ball. Bluey on the turn. But he's deleted quickly. You know how dangerous he is. Backboard, slap it. You hear that clap? That's a slap. Reshiram on the great pickup after Velocity is able to scream on by, and Raspy thought he'd have a look at it, but he ends up flopping off the wall. .104 seconds to go. San Diego State looks like they might have petered out. Nice setup, and just no one. Everyone on the next touch already just flying at their own net. It was a great pickup by Velocity, and he knew he had him right there. Dividing and conquering. It's a long road for this squad. San Diego State, where do they end up kind of dropping in from? They lost in second round to Akron Glue, by the way. Game 5, that's... Oh, that hurts. And they end up having to run through Iowa Western, so like opponent. They did the same thing through James Madison in a game 3. This seems to be where the road ends. Oh my lord. Pipeline's never been so popular. Raspy wants to try and find it. It's still gonna slide through. So hold that thought. At the 103, it's 1-3 in game 3. I just love when the clock and the score just kind of align. Indiana Tech, it's not over yet. Gotta finish the job. 3-0 is in the works, but it's not permanently written in just at this moment. Raspy's gonna get a nice connection. He's got 5 stars in front of him, trying to lead the way and clear the way. Bluey aiming for some great dribble and control, and Velocity knows he needs a little help. It's going to be a demo on a Bluey, so he's rendered a non-lethal threat. Small ball dribbling. They give it to 5 stars. Corner and out. A lot of boosts. Velocity gets a demo. Trying to use up what's left in his tank. You've got Zapatos, who goes forward into the net. They're on man right now. There's not much they're able to collaborate and get away with. Oh, a slider goes by stars. That could have been the keen moment. 10 seconds to go. They've just got to get it, and they will. That's going to be signed, sealed, and delivered. Indiana Tech Premier. They will be moving on to day number 2. Single elims are in their very near future. Seeding will not be as kind, but they'll be among the best. In fact, the team that they scrimmed against in Shawnee State is going to be joining them from out of this group stage. So they may get out of pool play here with... Let's see, who made it from this bracket? Ball State, Akron Glue, and Shawnee State. All right. Good looks, good W's. It took one extra round. That's about it. Appreciate you guys tonight. Awesome. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing it all over again. The Warriors will be back online and loud for Indiana Tech. We're going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. In case you need that in multiple different things, that's 6 p.m. Central. That's 5 p.m. Mountain. That's 4 p.m. West Coast. But for Europe, that's very late. In fact, I think that starts at minimum at midnight for them. So, all right, Reshiram. All right, Velocity. Get yourself some nap. Appreciate you guys coming out for us. If you want to be able to follow me, I'm at Hale_MonkeyMan. That's where you can find me pretty much everywhere. If you want to be able to follow Indiana Tech, make sure you do so on this channel. They are a fantastic program that is on the rise, especially when it comes to Rocket League. It's IND Tech esports. Should be able to get them pretty much on all their socials. Love that they invited me. Thank you so much to Bluey. Bluey's dad, you're a very supportive parent. You're a wonderful person. Of course, all the gang out there, Reshiram, Velocity, and Chippy, Bub, Miller, all the gang that was able to show up. I hope you show up tomorrow. We're going to see if these guys can be able to take this bracket and work with it. But for tonight, that's all we got. And enjoy your evening. We will see you tomorrow.
Let's get away from here. Let's get away from here. Let's get away from strangers found lost in time with one another.